Sunday morning here in Rio de Janeiro, and a new heat on deck here. Carissa, the three-time world champion, the defending world champion, finds herself in round 4 up against Bronte Macaulay, the injury replacement surfer, and she's got a runner-up at the drug-aware Margaret River Pro. Made 3 finals, but first draw here goes to Bronte Macaulay, the Western Australian, to the championship tour as an injury replacement. She gets out the gates for a quick start. 2.5 minutes invested there before she pulled the trigger.
This looked like a pretty good start to this wave. Nice snap, lots of energy, carries the speed well. Just a little error right there. Would have liked to seen her in complete control, you know, at the final outcome of that wave. But she attacked it. You know, this is a big opportunity for Bronte Macaulay, always up against a world champion. You know, the spotlight's on it. It brings your level of anxiety up a bit, you know, and Bronte looks like she's come to the table here ready to party. If
you've got big match temperament in your psyche, this is the time to bring it out, and it looks like she's up for the challenge here as she goes first draw. And now we'll see the opening contribution. Carissa, racy little right-hander, little in and out, looking for opportunities, looking for possibilities here.
Yeah, I think that Carissa would probably be looking at trying to get fins above the lip, show a little bit of extra flair, even if it's just that one maneuver. If she can get that tail whipped around.
And we'll keep an eye on the ocean here, because it looks like Carissa is right on the button for a little tapered right-hander. She'll get into it. Here she goes. And she's just read it wrong. A little bit of a bump from one of the rip currents. Spoils that wave now. Bronte Macaulay, second wave of the set. Tight snap. Getting the job done here. Just holds it together. So grinding it out there, and gets the best of the 2 exchanges thus far.
Well, Macaulay has won on this beach before in the past. And if you can go to her father, former competitor on the championship tour, actually had a heat here just down the beach. I was getting the lowdown from Potts. Martin Potter, Dave Macaulay in a heat together. Dave Macaulay took the win, and that's her father. And so, you know, the DNA's here. We could see a big match and see if this is a good wave. You know, that snap right there, she got up vertical, which is challenging to do. We have yet to see that this morning. You know, and on the backhand, it gives you that ability to really get it up there straight up. And Bronte has done that in a pretty good score.
Yeah, absolutely. And of that top 8, only Bianca Buitendach, who made the finals here last year, not able to improve scores. Now Carissa, a nice little corner bowl for her. Gets a snap, throws some spray. Second maneuver, that's going to be better for our world champion. But guess who's on another little nugget? It's Bronte. Backhand snap, she blows that one up. Now comes around the corner. It'll be a 1 maneuver contribution. And, well, judges will work on that exchange, and then we'll have a look at some points again as we'll crunch the numbers. See the tight beach break conditions here, little rip bowls. And Bronte Macaulay will head straight back out to the primary source. What are you thinking of this one, Pete?
Well, I like the front angle now, so you get to see really what happened there. We got to kind of down the beach looking at it, so it was you know, tough to see what really happened, but great work by Carissa. You know, she needed to get on the board here, get that confidence up, find a quality wave, which she has done, and I believe that's going to rival at least Bronte's high score. This one here, she gets a little stuck, which slowed her down too much to even get a second maneuver in. So I don't think that's going to really factor into her top 2 for Bronte. Always the happy Gilmore.
Our 6-time world champion will be taking on the winner of this heat. Here we go, Carissa. Backhand now, and testimony to the low interval of the period of the swell here. A little bit of a gutless left-hander, and Moore will go down there in what we think is an opportunity, because it had a little wall ahead of her.
It did. It looked like she was going to be able to run it, but she tried to get a stuff a maneuver in.
That score playing off now in the judging tower against Carissa Moore's 2 turns on the forehand.
Well, she ended up getting the 5-6-7 for those 2-turn combos, so she's right back into this heat. As you look in at Malia Manuel's warm-up.
Pete, we've been discussing that backhand squared up turn does check in at a 3.9, so it's not going to feature in her top two, and that was because, as you said, she just got a little stuck in the lip. Let's have a look at it though.
Well, she tried to fit it in. Look how tight the quarters are, you know, and she got her bump kind of in the lip as well. So it slowed her down. So far, so good. That bottom half of the draw, though, when you throw Joanne DeFay, Tyler Wright, you know, if Carissa Moore is able to get through this heat, it's going to be a tough bottom half of the draw.
Yep, and Carissa Moore will want to stay part of the discussion, not only in this heat, but in that bottom half of the draw, as she brings another score to the panel here. Previous ride, a 5.67 for a counting score, and now she'll lay that down as a foundation block. Requirements of a 4.16. So we'll wait and see what number comes for that combination of turns on the backhand. Pete, what are you thinking? Pensive look from you?
Well, let's take a look. I mean, it has a bit of a clean face in front of her. It shows her the backhand snap, 2 in a row, and then able to clean it up with a little finish here. No, it's actually
a proper skip rope.
Yeah, it's a proper one. Although you could use this leash easily.
All right, here we go, because this is now more surfing from, this is another contribution from Carissa Moore. They're still working on a score for a previous ride. Now she banks another right-hander, emulating that previous one as well, Pete. So she's packaging it here as we move towards the halfway mark.
Yeah, I like the flow of that one even a little bit more. You know, she didn't have to chase down the move so much. It was just straight into them. She used a little bit more of the bottom of the wave, which is really challenging today. So I feel like Carissa has probably picked up her 2 best waves.
As we peel back the history book, and well, Bronte Macaulay will want to do her best now to stop Carissa Moore here in this round 4 encounter, as the young Australian goes to work on her backhand again. She does find herself now down into second place, so during the break, scores in. Carissa Moore has banked a 6.17. Add that to her 5.67. She now has taken the lead off the Western Australian. And Bronte Macaulay now working on this one, Pete.
Yeah, on the backhand, gets the whip. Little stuck, but able to get back and get another maneuver in. Trying to improve on a 4.33. I would say it's going to be close. But looking for a 6.34, and I don't quite think that wave is going to go quite that high. That's what she needs to turn the heat at the moment.
Little bowl moves into the lineup for Carissa Moore. Here she goes. Flares the tail out. Starting to move into that progression discussion there.
There you have it, boys. We're going to, looks like, not go into the next round and call it off for the day, but it's a beautiful Sunday down here on the beach.
Thanks, Strider. Very responsible call there from the commissioner.
I'm backing it.
Yeah, you're backing it, Pete?
I'm backing it. I mean, it was a tough call to even go this morning, but I know that it gets us into a good situation by getting these 2 heats out of the way, and now we just got the quarterfinals, you know, on. So I think that's good. At least we got these 2 heats done, but it was challenging out here.
Let's have a look at replay here. Yep.
Nice little whip off the top for the 1 move.
They've been in those situations where the surf starts to disintegrate, so to speak, and well, that one will just fall apart for Bronte Macaulay as well. Inside of 1 minute to go now, Carissa Moore will just want to steer this story to the final whistle and get this win here. And Bronte Macaulay, a 6.34 is her requirement. Everybody in Gracetown in Western Australia will be just gritting their teeth right now. Carissa Moore is going to let Bronte go here. Little snap for her. Small pocket as we surf through the 30-second remaining mark, and you see the disappointment there. She'll just junk it out and head straight back. Little peaks do pop up, so the story's never over till it's over here in Rio de Janeiro. These beach break conditions at Barata de Juca. Now 15 seconds to go, and you'll see a little shadowing technique from Carissa Moore here. She'll move over and go into a little block, and she decides this one doesn't have the opportunity, but Bronte Macaulay will look for the opportunity. Squared up turn from her, holds it together, and a single maneuver there. The judges will have to work on that score. But Pete, what are you thinking about as far as the whole overall theme here? Carissa Moore did find the 6.17, so she showed her prowess there.
She did, and does it in really challenging conditions. She was able to get the heat win there. She'll come up against Stephanie Gilmore. We'll see a rematch of those two competing against each other. Exciting quarterfinal. Can't wait for that to happen.